Right now, sunny skies ahead this Saturday, but a snowstorm could be headed our way. How it could impact your Thanksgiving travel plans. And it's senior day at Camp Randall as the Badgers are back in town, hoping to keep their championship chances alive. We have game day predictions.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning and thanks for starting your day with us here on News 3 Now. It's Saturday, November 23rd. I'm Keely Arthur. Hattie is filling in for Chris this morning. Thanks for joining us, Hattie.
No problem. Happy to be here, and what a great weekend to fill in.
Yeah, you said the weather, it's going to be pretty pleasant, feeling like fall again.
Finally feeling like fall, yes. We're almost all the way through November, and we have some fall weather to enjoy this upcoming weekend. Take a live look from the WISC-TV sky camera. Skies are mostly clear this morning. Sun is up, but it was a cold night. If you left your car outside and are planning on going anywhere early this morning, you're going to have to plan some time to scrape the windshield. A couple of extra minutes. All of the news cars in our parking lot here at Channel 3 are frosted over this morning. Yours likely as well. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, temperatures at 26 here in Madison, 25 in Janesville, 22 in Platteville. Throughout the day, we'll see high temperatures climb into the low 40s this afternoon. Winds will stay relatively light, and we'll have lots of sunshine throughout the entire day. Coming up in weather, though, in just a few minutes, we'll talk about that next storm system that will impact the area later on next week. We're talking about rain developing on Tuesday, changing to some snow Tuesday night into early Wednesday. There's a potential, Keely, for some snow accumulation.
Wow, it's really been all over the place this month.
It certainly has, yep, and we'll start December out on a cold note as well.
Okay, but calm today and pretty pleasant.
That's true, enjoy it.
Thank you, Hattie.
You're welcome.
Well, we start this morning with breaking news out of Rock County. A 62-year-old man is dead after he was pinned inside his Toyota during a head-on crash overnight. The chief deputy from the Rock County Sheriff's Office says the crash happened around 6 o'clock Friday night on West Highway 81 near Beloit and Newark Road in the town of Avon. The deputy says the man driving the Toyota was trying to pass another car when he hit a red Mazda SUV head-on. The 20-year-old driver of the SUV suffered serious injuries and is now in a Janesville hospital. The sheriff's department is still investigating this crash and is waiting to release the name of the driver until his family is notified. This morning, the search continues for a 13-year-old boy missing from Madison's north side. Madison police say Kente Strong went missing days ago. They say he has special needs and does not have his medication with him. Strong is 4'4" and weighs 80 pounds. Police have no information that he's the victim of a crime, but there is concern for his welfare. Police are also searching for a suspect who reportedly threatened a woman with a gun outside of their home Friday. Police and a SWAT team barricaded the area and searched an apartment building on East Wilson Street. The suspect was not inside. Now, right now, officials don't believe the suspect is a threat to the community. And a SWAT team was also out on the north side Friday to execute a search warrant. They entered a home on Coolidge Street that was found to be connected with a shots fired incident back in Wednesday. Now, police say a bullet had gone through the walls of the home, which they do not believe was the intended target. Police detained 10 people and arrested 3 people after finding a gun, drugs, and evidence of drug dealing at the home. Police believe the Wednesday shooting is connected to an incident on Bunting Lane where a stray bullet hit a woman in her bedroom. Right now, seniors on the Badger football team are gearing up for their last game at Camp Randall. Today is senior day as the Badgers host Purdue in the last football game of the year at home. Now, the Badgers are a 24.5-point favorite. A total number of 13 Badger seniors will be on the sidelines one last time. It could also be the last time Badger fans see Jonathan Taylor at Camp Randall. The Badgers' leading rusher isn't a senior, but could declare for the NFL draft at the end of the season. Some draft projections have Taylor possibly being picked in the first round, but right now Taylor isn't giving in to the hype.
It does enter your mind, you know, because it's talks. It's going to be around, just like Heisman and awards in the season. It's always around, but that's the thing. You got to make sure you focus on the task at hand, because if you look at the end of the road, then you could lose yourself on the way to the end. So you got to make sure that you stay locked in.
Kickoff today is at 3. DeForest High School's football team is celebrating its first state championship in 37 years, winning 8-7 over the Menasha Blue Jays. The Norskies finished the season 14-0. Following the win, the DeForest community celebrated overnight at its high school with a big rally. Parents, students, fans, and the pep band showed their pride for the football team. Congratulations. Well, the Saturday Farmers Market is moving indoors for the season starting today. It's the first day of the special holiday market season inside Monona Terrace. More than 60 vendors will pack in to offer anything you might need to pick up ahead of your big Thanksgiving feast. They'll take a week off for Thanksgiving next weekend, but we'll be back for the 3 Saturdays in December ahead of Christmas before wrapping up for the year. And we are 1 week away from Small Business Saturday. Dane County leaders are encouraging shoppers to choose holiday gifts that support our community. Dane Buy Local is launching a new Shop Indie Local campaign that started November 1st and goes through December 31st. It encourages people to skip Black Friday and shop at independently owned businesses all through the holiday season, not just one day. Now, last year, U.S. consumers reported spending a record high of $17.8 billion at small businesses. Thanksgiving is 5 days away, and if you're doing some grocery shopping this weekend, there's an easy way to save money. There's a new app that lets you compare prices at local grocery stores in real time. The app is called Cook List, and it matches items on your shopping list to products available at multiple local grocery stores. The app also has a Thanksgiving planning tool that helps plan your dinner in a minute and send an order for curbside pickup. Walmart, Target, Pick and Save, and Metro Market are all available local grocers for price comparisons and ordering through Cook List. Cook List also has a premium version that unlocks the ability to order online. And this month they are donating all the proceeds to buy Thanksgiving dinners for families in need. Right now, the CDC is asking people to check their romaine lettuce as an E. coli outbreak has now spread to 16 states. More than 40 cases, including a handful right here in Wisconsin, have been tied to lettuce grown in Salinas Valley region of California. 28 people have been hospitalized and 5 have kidney failure. Health officials ask that people check labels for Salinas. And we are sharing a call for action story this weekend about a nightmare tenant situation that'll have you checking your college kids' apartment's lease. Lisa Whiting lives in Waunakee. She purchased a duplex recently with the hopes of fixing it up for her daughter to live in. Melinda Whiting is on the autism spectrum, and Lisa was hoping she could someday live independently in the new apartment.
It's heartbreaking because I have worked so hard to make this a place so my daughter doesn't have to go to a group home, that she can have a life that's independent. It's like I'm starting over.
Lisa has to start over because of the tenant she leased to before Melinda is ready to live on her own. Now, Lisa says they destroyed the place to the tune of $30,000 because they moved in their dog breeding company and 17 animals all under her nose. Our Leah Linscheid is sharing her call for action and advice for the rest of us tomorrow morning on News 3 Now this Sunday. And if you have a question about a scam, a suspicious business, or any consumer question or complaint, our Call for Action volunteers can help with that. They're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 till 1. You can reach them at the number there on your screen. That is 608-270-2833. More local news now. Wisconsin's 9-day gun deer season starts today. The season begins just before dawn and will run until after the sunset of December 1st. Now, it's the first time in a decade hunters will be able to take does in every county in the state, a sign that the state herd is strong. The DNR is asking for you to check out CWD. Now, roughly the same number of deer hunting licenses have been sold this year compared to last. As of Sunday, the DNR says more than 538,000 licenses were sold. That's about 500 fewer compared to last year. The tally includes gun, bow, crossbow, and other licenses. Now, crossbow licenses are 10% up, and licenses for children under age 9 are also up about 1,300. Time right now is 8:08, and this weekend kicks off the holiday travel season, and we're talking about some ways to avoid those crowds. But what you might not be able to avoid are some less than ideal road conditions. You're taking a live look over the Capitol, and Hattie has your full Thanksgiving travel forecast ahead.
Good Saturday morning from the Hattie-O patio. Everything is frosty outside this morning, but skies are mostly clear. It's going to be a beautiful day. No one's really thinking about the weekend forecast, though. Everyone is focusing on next week. There is a storm system that is set to move into the area on Tuesday. Confidence is increasing on this storm, impacting the area late Tuesday into early Wednesday. So if you're traveling early for the Thanksgiving holiday, you want to keep up to date with the forecast. Still a few question marks for this particular storm. The actual storm has not actually even moved on shore in the United States yet. It's still in the Pacific. It should move on shore sometime later on Sunday. Once that storm moves on shore, we'll get a better look at the exact path that this storm will actually take across the country, and that path will impact the type of precipitation we see here in southern Wisconsin. If the storm tracks further to the north, we'll see more rain. Likewise, if it goes a little bit further to the south, we'll see more snow. There could be some snow accumulation associated with this system. We do know that late Tuesday and into early Wednesday, that'll be the main time frame for this storm. It's going to be a pretty fast-moving system, so it's not going to sit around the area too long. But again, it will impact travel before Thanksgiving. Here's your future track forecast model starting at about 7 in the morning on Tuesday. Note just cloudy skies. So if you're getting an early start on Tuesday, no issues. By 5 p.m. though, there will be some rain and maybe even some snow north of Madison moving into the area. Now, overnight, it does change to all snow for a time, and it's still set to end pretty early on Wednesday. So by Wednesday at 4:30, no precipitation left, and we should see improving conditions on the roads in and around the region. We stick with just cloudy skies then as we head towards Thanksgiving morning. Weather track this morning, though, not showing a lot of clouds. We have sunshine early today, and looks like we're going to keep that sun through most of the day today. It's 26 here in Madison. No real big wind chill to talk about. Winds are nearly calm this morning. Take a look at our temperatures elsewhere across the region. 22 in the Dells, 25 in Janesville, 22 in Platteville this morning. Winds again pretty light from the southwest, so wind chill is not a huge factor today. In fact, those wind chills numbers will be above freezing this afternoon. So look at your future track forecast model. Look for mostly sunny skies. By lunchtime, temperatures in the upper 30s. This afternoon, as the Badgers start to play at 3, temps will be in the low 40s here in Madison. We'll be turning cooler rather quickly, though, through the evening hours with clear skies. Your extended forecast has 2 alert days in the forecast for Tuesday and Wednesday with that potential storm. Staying a little bit on the unsettled side with another potential storm for the upcoming weekend. Next Saturday and Sunday could impact travel back home after the Thanksgiving holiday.
All right, thank you, Hattie, and love working with Chris, but he certainly does not have your fashion sense. That hat is adorable.
That's true. Got to keep the ears warm. It's chilly out here.
Functional and fashionable.
Yes.
Thank you, Hattie.
You're welcome.
Well, winter is almost here in Madison, so this is your reminder to download our Channel 3000 weather and traffic app. You'll be the first to know when weather that will affect your day is headed our way with the most up-to-date and accurate weather conditions. You can get it for free in our app store. Well, this weekend marks the start of the holiday travel season, and to help you speed through security, it's not too late to sign up for TSA PreCheck. PreCheck members keep the line moving since they don't have to take their shoes, belts, or jackets off or take their laptops and liquids out of their bags. Now, the membership is just $85 for 5 years. To become a member, you need to fill out an application online at the website you see on your screen, followed by an in-person background check and fingerprinting. It is 8:15, and traveling or not, the holiday week is a great time to squeeze in some relaxation and maybe a really good TV show or movie. And there are several new ones to check out this weekend. Will shares his picks in 3 things to watch. Trending news is just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. Welcome back. Let's take a look at what is trending this morning. We begin in Los Angeles, where the Grammy Museum is celebrating Latin music with a new exhibit that highlights iconic performances and artists from the Latin Grammy Awards over the past 2 decades. Visitors can check out original items, including clothing worn at this year's Latin Grammys. There's also Sheila E.'s drum set, Ricky Martin's outfit from when he performed with the Blue Man Group back in 2007, and Juan Gabriel's outfit from an iconic 40-minute Grammy performance. This is the first weekend the new Hollywood exhibit is open to the public. And speaking of the Grammys, get ready to see Alicia Keys again. Keys announced she's hosting the Grammy Awards for the 2nd year in a row. The singer says she's coming back with a new vibe, but is still vague about exactly what that means. The 62nd annual Grammy Awards airs January 26th right here on News 3 Now. And critics are calling it another hit by Martin Scorsese. The Irishman follows a truck driver in the 1950s as he climbs the ranks to become a top hitman for the mob. The Oscar-winning director recently received the Kirk Douglas Award for Excellence in Film from the Santa Barbara International Film Festival. In his speech, he praised actor Kirk Douglas for inspiring him. He credits Douglas for going deep into the emotional core of his actors, which is something he brought to his latest film. You can watch The Irishman on Netflix this Wednesday, November 27th. Our film critic Will Loper got invited to the premiere of that film over in Los Angeles a few weeks ago. Pretty cool. But this week he is back with us, sharing some holiday picks of what to watch. And there's something for all ages. Here's his 3 things to watch.
Let's get you healthy. I want you to try losing 55 pounds.
That's the weight of a Siberian Husky. You want me to pull a medium-sized working dog off of my body.
Newly streaming on Amazon Prime this week is the movie Brittany Runs a Marathon.
I need to get a teeny bit healthier.
We have rates as low as $129 a month.
You do know that people can run outside. That is zero. Unlock.
Jillian Bell is Brittany, who decides to start improving her health and learns to work on her inner happiness along the way as well.
My whole life, the world told me I was lazy because the way I looked. I was trying to turn my life around.
Everything's gonna be fine.
People held doors for me.
I'll hold doors for you.
This is my last hope.
Brittany Runs a Marathon is available to stream on Amazon Prime now.
You changing your life was never about your weight.
Hold it, please.
It was about you taking responsibility for yourself.
Songs. They're just stories put to music.
Newly streaming on Netflix this week is the series Dolly Parton's Heartstrings.
Act like y'all like each other.
We're paying you for pictures, not color commentary.
8 stories inspired by Dolly Parton songs are told in the series.
I think the lesson is you really have to live. Find what makes you happy.
I stand here in the presence of a love I don't deserve, praying for the courage to be worthy of that gift.
Well, to new beginnings.
All 8 episodes of Dolly Parton's Heartstrings are available to stream on Netflix now.
The songs that withstand the test of time are the ones that are written from the heart. Arendelle.
It's completely frozen.
Cold, 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 cold.
A real howler in July, yeah?
This week, Frozen 2 is out in theaters, but take a refresher with 2013's Frozen.
You want to talk about a problem? I sell ice for a living.
Ooh, that's a rough business to be in right now. I mean, that is really, that's unfortunate.
Elsa has magical ice powers and worries they'll bring harm, so she goes far away until her sister Anna decides to go and find her.
Olaf, you're melting.
Some people are worth melting for. You're just maybe not right this second.
Frozen is available to rent or buy everywhere now.
Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky.
Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
There's much more ahead on News 3 Now. Next, we're running through the morning's top stories, including what we know about a deadly head-on crash in southern Wisconsin. Plus, it's senior day at Camp Randall, and it almost might be your last chance to see one of the team's best players. We'll be right back. Right now, 50 years of sunny days and sweeping the clouds away. Sesame Street is celebrating its golden anniversary, and we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at one of the world's most famous streets.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It's November 23rd. I'm Keely Arthur. We'll get a check of your weather with Hattie in just a second. But first, here are 3 things to know about as you start your day. A 62-year-old man is dead after he was pinned inside his Toyota during a head-on crash overnight. The chief deputy from the Rock County Sheriff's Office says the crash happened around 6 o'clock Friday night near Highway 81 in the town of Avon. The deputy says the man driving the Toyota was trying to pass another car when he hit a red Mazda SUV head-on. The 20-year-old driver of that SUV suffered serious injuries and is now in a Janesville hospital. The sheriff's department is still investigating this crash and is waiting to release the driver's name until his family is notified. Today is senior day at Camp Randall as the Badgers host Purdue in their last home football game of the year. A total number of 13 Badger seniors will be on the sidelines one last time. It could also be the last time Badger fans see Jonathan Taylor at Camp Randall. The Badgers' leading rusher isn't a senior, but could declare for the NFL draft at the end of the season. Right now, some draft projections have Taylor possibly being picked in the first round. Kickoff today is at 3 o'clock. And Wisconsin's 9-day gun deer season starts today. The season begins just before dawn and will run until just after sunset on December 1st. For the first time in a decade, hunters will be able to take does in every county in the state, a sign that the state herd is strong. The DNR also is asking hunters to test for CWD. Roughly the same number of deer hunting licenses have been sold this year compared to last. As of Sunday, the DNR says more than 538,000 licenses were sold. That's about 500 fewer compared to last year. And Hattie joining us now. Hattie, good hunting weather, good football weather. Tell me it will continue.
That's right. All weekend we have great weather. If you're leaf raking, doing outdoor chores, or maybe hanging up some of those holiday lights, we have a great opportunity to do it this weekend. We are in the yes, do it now category because this may be one of the last nice weekends that we get. We have sunshine and pretty seasonable temperatures with highs in the 40s. So take advantage of that nice weather this weekend. 26 right now in Madison, 23 in the Dells, 25 in Monroe. We're off to a pretty chilly start, a frosty start across southern Wisconsin, but temperatures with that sunshine will climb back into the low 40s today. Set to hit a high of 42 later on this afternoon. Now, as you go through the evening hours, temperatures will drop off rather quickly with clear skies. Coming up, we'll talk more about that storm that will impact the area coming Tuesday and Wednesday. Still have alert days in the forecast for the impacts to that pre-Thanksgiving travel.
All right, thank you, Hattie. Sesame Street is celebrating a major milestone this year. The groundbreaking show made its debut on PBS back in 1969. Since then, an estimated 86 million Americans watched the series as kids, and it's won 193 Emmy Awards, more than any other children's program. Dana Jacobson took a stroll down the street to celebrate this golden anniversary.
It began as an experiment, a TV show to level the educational playing field for all preschool children.
I always learn when I watch you guys.
It's a very educational place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we learn lots of things from Alan and Chris and Nina. But really, we just like to have fun. Sing, play games, have cookies.
Isn't that the best when you play and have fun and you learn?
Oh, sure, it's a bonus.
Go!
50 years later, Sesame Street is still around.
50 years!
50th anniversary of Sesame Street.
Yeah, long time.
How are you guys celebrating?
Well, Elmo's celebrating by learning how to count to 50. Elmo's up to 40.
I was just going to say.
Elmo's up to 47.
You're almost there, Elmo.
Very close.
So close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Over the last half-century, Sesame Street has had the same goal, to make kids smarter, stronger, and kinder.
I said, I'm sorry I made you angry and we got in a fight. I won't do it again. Can we still be friends?
And that's not all.
Sesame Street, from the very beginning, has adopted playful learning as its approach to teach.
Rosemarie Trulio is in charge of curriculum and content at Sesame Workshop, the nonprofit behind the groundbreaking show.
Why do children learn more easily from an Elmo or a Cookie Monster?
Because Elmo and Cookie are their friends. And so there's this word that we use in developmental psychology. It's called this power-social relationship. When children watch Sesame Street and they see Elmo and Big Bird and Julia and Abby, they're friends. They're real. They talk, they eat, they sleep, they cry. They're real. And when you develop that connection, you're going to learn more from a character that you care about.
Take Cookie Monster.
Thank you. Are we done showing word resist now, Sir Ian?
Yes, yes.
The most impulsive Muppet on Sesame Street.
Me no can resist Cookie anymore, Cookie! Nom, nom.
By kids watching Cookie fail, they're learning, hey, he messed up. He ate the cookie.
Remember, good things come to those who wait.
That strategy didn't work, but he used another strategy, and the next time he used that strategy, it worked.
Get it straight.
So it's important for us to show that trial and error.
Those same Muppets are also the best choice to explain difficult realities.
My dad's in jail.
Like incarceration.
We don't have our own apartment anymore. And
homelessness.
What's the matter, Julia?
Noise.
The sirens are bothering you?
And autism.
She does things just a little differently.
sort of way.
The Sesame magic is they take difficult topics and put them through the lens of a child so that it's very easy to understand.
Teresa Fitzgerald heads up branding. She and her team spent years creating Julia, a Muppet who's on the autistic spectrum.
We were just going to create a storybook. We created character art for a storybook, and it was so well received that they decided to build the puppet. So we took those drawings and went to Henson, and Henson created a puppet. So that translation, there's a lot of creative decisions made, and then she appeared on the show.
Julia, can Big Bird see your painting?
See your painting? Yes.
And then this year we just added her family.
Love my family.
What was the response when she first appeared on the show?
It was amazing. It really was. There was such a need that there was such a positive response.
Oh, hi, Oscar. Hey.
But it's more than feedback. Research shows that Sesame Street has a positive impact on kids. This paper on early childhood education found access to the show was associated with better elementary school performance.
They compared the Sesame viewers to non-viewers. On average, they performed 16% higher than the non-viewers, but they also had these positive dispositions towards learning.
Grab a book and you'll see.
Much more motivated to learn and engage in leisure reading and better pro-social skills as well. So it wasn't just the academic, it also had a social impact.
Sesame Street continues to strive for that impact by using everything from apps
There's so much to do in Elmo's room.
to books, including Rosemarie Trulio's new book, Sesame Street, Ready for School.
Working with children alone is not the answer because children are learning from the adults around them.
You're teaching children, you're also teaching parents.
Yeah. I often say, I wish parents would watch Sesame Street as a parenting show because we have a human cast who is really representing you as a parent.
Feelings pass and feelings change.
Feelings pass and feelings change?
And so when our characters are struggling with an emotion or they're dealing with a problem, the human cast is basically telling and showing us as parents how we could possibly address this with our child.
Learning for all ages and lessons for everyone. Is it any wonder 50 years after Sesame Street was created, people are still asking,
You know what we like? We like that we all different colors.
Yeah.
We even have a grouch. True. I speak another language.
That's right.
And we all live really happy together. Yeah.
It's a great lesson for all of us.
True.
So, what do you think we go get some cookies now?
I like that idea.
Okay, everybody, cookies this way.
With the holidays right around the corner, a safety group is warning us about the 10 most dangerous toys for kids. World Against Toys Causing Harm is releasing a list. Among the most dangerous are stuffed animals called Yeti, Nerf Ultra 1, Spike the Fine Motor Hedgehog, and Nickelodeon's Frozen Treats Slime. Watch once to point out that some toys that might look like fun could actually be a potential hazard for your family. There were an estimated 250,000 toy-related injuries during a 2-year span between 2015 and 2017. And some toys for adults. Tesla's latest electric creation, the Cybertruck, is already off to a rocky start. The armored glass revealed at the Los Angeles Auto Show is supposed to be unbreakable, but it failed both times it was put to the test last night. Now, the sledgehammer test went much better. The futuristic-looking truck is made from the same metal used for SpaceX rockets. Pricing for Cybertruck will start just below $40,000. And it won't be available until 2022. Other versions of the truck will be priced at $50,000 to $70,000. And time right now, 8:38. Looking for something to do this weekend? Well, we have got you covered. From free family parties, celebrating something that could be really fun for animated fans, to a sparkling way to ring in the start of the holiday week. Your Weekend 608 is next on News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Alert Weather Center. Taking a look behind me, this is Weather Track showing you that there is a little bit of high-level cloudiness streaming into the area from the north and west, but overall, mostly sunny skies this morning. We get to keep that sunshine all day today. Temperatures are starting to warm a little bit. We did drop to 25 a couple of hours ago. Now we're at 26 here in Madison, still just 24 in the Dells and 27 in Mineral Point. If you're headed out early today, kind of a frosty start to this Saturday morning. Here's the hunting forecast for opening day. Really a nice day though, temperature-wise. Temps will climb into the low 40s, so not terribly cold today. You're not going to deal with much of a wind either, and the sunshine will stick around. Look for a high of 42 degrees this afternoon. Have a wonderful day.
All right, thank you, Hattie. It is the weekend in the 608, and Madison Magazine is helping us out with a look at what's going on in and around town. It's the first weekend in theaters for Frozen 2, the much anticipated sequel to the 2013 animated Disney movie. To celebrate and get families to come out for screenings, the Marcus Theaters, both in Madison and Sun Prairie, are throwing free Frozen 2 parties from noon till 2 p.m. both today and tomorrow. There will be crafts and snacks before and after movie showings. Tickets to the movie itself, though, are not included. And Elvis Costello is bringing his long-standing backing band, the Imposters, to the Orpheum tomorrow night. The British pop rock singer-songwriter has been around since the 1970s, as was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2003. On his current Just Trust tour, concertgoers can trust they'll hear Costello's hits, including Watching the Detectives, Less Than Zero, and Allison. And Shine On Madison is back as an effort by the Madison Central Business Improvement District to coordinate holiday lighting and attract Christmas shoppers downtown. The special light display runs through January 6th. A related event this Sunday at the Monona Terrace and Convention Center is the Madison Mini Maker Fair. Local artists, crafters, and even engineers will show off their projects and kick off the holiday shopping season. As always, you can get this month's Madison Magazine for the best the Madison area has to offer. And it is 8:44. You are taking a live look over the Capitol. Hattie will have your full forecast next on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. But first, let's take a look at who is turning 3. Happy birthday to Paisley and all the other kiddos out there. We'll be right back.
Look.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Alert Weather Center. It's late November, and this time of the year, you better be prepared for all conditions if you're headed to a football game. Camp Randall today, though, will be very nice. Could be a lot worse this time of the year. Kickoff temp, the Badgers play late at 3, will be 42 degrees. That'll be the high for the day. Look for a lot of sunshine. Sun sets pretty quickly, though, and then temperatures drop back into the 30s. So dress appropriately. It's going to be chilly, but light winds and clear skies will make for a pretty nice evening tonight. Take a look at your 3 things to know. We do have the sunshine today, but then we turn our attention to a storm system that moves in for next week. Mild temperatures stick around through Monday, rain changing to snow late Tuesday into Wednesday with the potential for a little bit of snow accumulation. Again, this snowstorm is still several days away, but here's what future track looks like at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. So if you're getting an early start on travel, we're looking at a mixture of precipitation moving into southern Wisconsin for Tuesday evening. It'll likely change to snow overnight Tuesday into early Wednesday. Here's Wednesday at 6:30 in the morning. Still likely seeing some snow, maybe a little bit of mix to the east, but then that precipitation comes to an end. The models have been pretty consistent at moving this system out pretty quickly. So if you're leaving Wednesday evening, here's 4:30, you're dealing with just cloudy skies and hopefully improving conditions on the roads. Looks like we are going to stick with those clouds then right again into early Thursday morning. Here's Thanksgiving morning, just cloudy skies for the entire state. Now, we don't have a lot of clouds by contrast this morning, just a band of high-level clouds working its way through the area. They'll drift across southern Wisconsin today and filter the sunshine a little bit, but plenty of sunshine making it to the ground. Temperatures are in the 20s still, 24 in the Dells, 25 in Janesville. Madison is at 26, Prairie du Chine's at 27. Temperatures should start to warm up a little more quickly here as the sun gets a little higher in the sky. Not much of a wind chill this morning. It feels like it's in the 20s in most locations. Here's a look at your future track forecast model. Southwesterly winds and sunshine. We'll stop it at lunchtime today. Temperatures are in the upper 30s, so definitely above freezing by noon today. The afternoon highs will be in the 40s, but already by 5, dropping back into the mid-30s. So it'll be a quick cool down this evening. Skies are expected to turn partly cloudy overnight tonight. That'll keep temperatures up just a little bit for us. 29 for the overnight low. A nice day coming ahead, though, for Sunday. If you can't get all the work done outside today, you can do it on Sunday. 44 degrees. Best get those chores done, though, because it turns unsettled next week. We're talking some rain and snow before Thanksgiving and then again after the holiday.
At least we're getting those sunny days in now on the weekend.
That's true. And we have a pet walk forecast today if you want to check this one out. Look at Skittles. Looks like Skittles.
You said, what did you think those are?
I think those are milk rings on his ears, like the little tabs that you pull off the milk.
You used to have some cats.
Yeah,
I'm allergic to cats, so I don't know what they play with, but
oh, they love to play with those. Hours of fun. Skittles, I'm sure, will be inside today.
Yes, Skittles can stay inside. The rest of us will be outside, hopefully enjoying the weather. And thank you so much, Hattie. And we have been asking you to share your morning with us. Check out this beautiful photo sent in from Kevin. Thanks for sharing, Kevin. And what does your morning look like? You can take a picture and post it on the Channel 3000 Facebook page or on Twitter using the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We'll share our favorites right here on the show. And you can stick with News 3 all day long. And then tomorrow morning, with just days to go until Thanksgiving, we're talking holiday entertaining essentials. Easy ideas to serve snacks and cocktails that you can whip up anytime. But first, speaking of drinks, Burgundy, France may be known for its wine, but it's what's nestled between the vines that draws the tourists to this vineyard. We'll take you there right after the break. Well, finally this morning, deep in the heart of France's wine country, there's a chateau like no other. It attracts tens of thousands of visitors every year.
But as Ian Lee reports, wine isn't the star attraction.
Burgundy may be known for its wine, but it's what's nestled between the vines that draws tourists to this winery. The world's largest private fleet of fighter jets, 110 in all. It's not your typical collection, but 87-year-old Michel Pont is not your typical collector. I was born passionate, he says, and a bit crazy. Pont says he caught the collector's bug while in the French Air Force and started buying the jets 30 years ago to save them from being destroyed. Oh, man. And that attracts the crowds of tourists interested in wine and war.
It's really surprising, particularly in the middle of the wine country. I mean, this is a beautiful vineyard. This is quite a surprise.
It isn't just a massive display of weapons of war. Each jet tells an individual story. Like this F-8 Crusader known as the last gunfighter. It squared off against the MiG-17 in the skies over Vietnam. And this F-100 Super Sabre. The Air Force's Thunderbirds used it to dazzle spectators at the Paris Air Show in 1967. But the pride of Pont's squadron is this F-16. But it didn't come easy. I was friends with a Belgian general who wanted to give me the F-16, but the Americans wanted it destroyed, he recalls. After badgering the American ambassador, he finally intervened and called one day saying, "Bring your truck and get your jet." These jets in particular, well, they're special to Pont. It's thanks to the Americans and Brits that we were liberated from the Nazis, he tells me. So I enjoy displaying this American pride and honor. A man rooted in both wine and history, and still in the market for another American jet. Ian Lee, CBS News in Bonn, France.
Well, military bases in France are closed to the public, so this museum gives people a chance to see planes from all over the world close up. Hattie, let's go to France.
You don't have to ask me
I would
twice.
probably drink the wine more than I would look at the planes, but that's also very cool.
If they're there, that's fine.
All
I
right.
will drink wine and look at planes at the same time.
Whatever works.
No
Wine,
problem.
and today might be a good day to go to Wallersheim or something because it is so warm out.
It is nice. You can do things outside today, but if you're wanting to leave early this morning, plan a few extra minutes, scrape the windshield, don't get a ticket, clean the car off. You just need a couple of extra minutes this morning. Sunshine, though, is in our forecast. Here's your day planner. Temperatures will climb into the upper 30s by lunchtime, topping at 42 degrees later on this afternoon. Enjoy those relatively mild conditions. Heading into next week, we're still watching that storm for Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll keep you up to date with all the forecast changes.
And in the words of the very wise Hattie McLean, if you want to do holiday decorations, do it now. It's going to be warm. Enjoy the day, and we will see you here tomorrow at 6:30.